I did, you just didn't pay one bit of attention.
Well, there you go.
You're in trouble.
I'm in trouble. Beginning of the year, what the heck?
Oh.
So how do I do that? Just need a horse. I don't have yours on my phone.
What is she doing?
She just wants me to check the link.
Yes, I'm happy to.
Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year.
There we go.
Our first listing this morning, 3416 Hadley Street for $80,000. Great deal. William Widener. That is a nice lot. 4145 Young Street, $107,500. William Widener in Pasadena.
Yes.
8281 Kingsbrook Road, Unit 256, $125,000. Amy Wynn, BioBen Townhomes.
Yeah, where is that?
It's just past Community Rock, I believe. I mean, that's me.
It's I-10 and between Antoine and Silver, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Kingsbrook Road.
For 125?
It is.
Wow.
There's a couple of them in there.
Isn't there, isn't Frank Lou's development like kind of dropped in the middle of that originally? Near it?
351 North Post Oak Lane, Unit 606, $149,000. Philip Alger, Post Oak Lane condos. One 806 Delfern Court, 154,000. Paul Silverman, Embrace Oaks. '76 South Lynn Park Court, $219,500. Jennifer Lucio. $17,227 Mesa Springs Court, $229,995. Jennifer Stedman. It's a nice big yard. Oh, 3 offers on this. Wow. That's a good price point. It's fast. 1506 Dumble Street, $249,900. Jonathan Williamson.
I watched that show. Where's Jonathan? I watched that show on TV, you know, tiny houses.
Yeah,
These are so much cuter than the ones they build.
yeah. Put some comments on there, it looks like.
Yes, that'd be good, under the captions, under the.
It's a great concept,
1508 Temple Street, 249.9.
great concept.
6622 Sterling Shores Lane, 255,000. Deanne Gates. Nineteen hundred Genesee Street, Unit 207, 260,000. Jennifer Ganjeri. In Midtown. One oh nine two three Atwell Drive, 275,000. Brina. In Grace Oaks. Fifty-eight 58 Sugar Hill Drive, 297,500. Philip Alger. Ninety-three 12 for City of Park Drive, 299,500. Ina Perlman. Fifteen 10 Temple Street, another one, 299,900. Jonathan Williamson.
Yeah, that's one of my spacious 2 bedrooms at 800 square feet.
Yeah, 20 minutes.
Oh, 2 bedrooms,
Oh, that's the line.
800 square feet, look at that.
Yeah, a lot of great stuff going on in that neighborhood. I should be talking to you about it all very soon.
Yes.
On the east side of town.
Refuge Development. Same as this one. Hey, that's me too.
1314 Hackney, 299,900.
Yeah, that one's new construction, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, about 1,400 square feet. Beautiful little house, hardwoods throughout, stainless little appliances, high ceilings. It's small, but it lives big. It's on a smaller lot too, but it's
It's
also.
all
very
open, it looks
efficient.
big.
Right.
I like that it's small, but it lives big.
Okay, I want to let everybody know Jonathan's been kind enough to prepare a little presentation for our market meeting next Tuesday after the sales meeting on the whole East End, revitalize
good.
what's going on. He's definitely the expert. So please stay after the sales meeting for that to hear his comments. So
Next week.
next week, next Tuesday.
3014 Attridge Road, $299,999. Leanne Sammons in Oak Forest. Wow, look at that big covered back patio. You have summer camp there.
That's what it
Good. 731 Heights Boulevard, Unit B, 345,000. Danny Gleason.
How many bedrooms are there?
Let me check for you. Look at that.
Thank you.
5202 Claremont Street, 348,900. Jonathan Williamson.
Yeah, it's a nice duplex. It's got a 2-bedroom, 1.5-bath unit and a 1-bedroom, 1-bath unit. It was remodeled in, I believe, 2016. New electrical, new plumbing, new HVAC, all that as of 2016. So it's pretty low maintenance. It's a oversized lot for the area. I think around 6,700 square feet, if I recall. And it's got a garage with a like workshop in it.
Great, thank you. 2520 Cone Street, 349,900. Danny Gleason. Cottage Grove.
Right.
$8930 Chatsworth Drive, 369,000. Kelly Geithner. Iowa Woods Condos. $1914 Brimberry Street, 375,000. Keith Caposta.
This was for lease and my owners decided to sell it. Probably should put some words on this. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath home off of 43rd Street. Nice home. He added on a back room that can serve like a party room. Downside is 1 bathroom, but that's the party room in the back where the ping pong table is. And then on the back, you also have outside, you have a little covered area like you see, that you could also have a party in. And then that's a little shed. The green on the right is a little shed that they've got. So nice home, nice location. I think we're priced right at $375.
Thank you. 1139 West 23rd Street, 375,000. Stephen Worrell. Look at that cute little house surrounded by.
Land of the Giants.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. They're holding out.
Oh my God. So cute. Have a huge yard, like give it on my ones. Big yard.
Right, no one's gonna live that on there. Very proud.
5702 Sapphire Vista Lane, 389,000 in Eldridge North, Lakes on Eldridge. Sally Kamichek. $4727 Bell Street, 389,900. Jonathan Williamson.
That's a great new construction duplex. Also, it's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath in the front, a 1-bedroom, 1 bath in the back, and it's actually really cleverly designed to where if you walk in the first unit, that photo on the right-hand top corner right there, you just sort of tear out that kitchen and that wall, and suddenly you have a traditional 3-bedroom, 2-bath bungalow style floor plan to convert it into a single family home, which I think is kind of cool. It's in Eastwood, which is one of the more desirable neighborhoods in that part of town, and it's a great little property. I've got multiple offers on it right now.
Wow.
904 James Street, 399,000. Jonathan Williamson. It's the Jonathan Williamson show today.
Hey, this one's also new construction. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's sort of a modern interpretation of a traditional bungalow in the north side, near north side area, which is, if you're not familiar, just across 45 from the Heights, same zip code 77009 is like Brooksmith and all that. And this one I think is at a great price at $399,900. I've mostly been selling a little over 400. I sold one around the corner for 442.5. It was right about the same size as this one.
That's cute. It is.
Yeah, it's less than a mile from downtown, and Hardy Yards is getting developed over there. It's less than a mile from White Oak Music Hall, and you go down Main. One way you're in downtown, less than a mile away. One way you're in the Heights, less than a mile away. Quitman right there turns into White Oak when you cross 45, so you're right into Woodland Heights on the other side of 45. Great up and coming part of town.
Is this the same builder on all these?
Yeah, everything we've seen so far, yes.
306
Hey,
Ryan.
same builder again. This one's off Harrisburg. Right, it's such a cool location. I had this one under contract, and I kind of feel like a failure as a realtor for not closing it. It was a first-time agent, and the short story is he made such a mess of it that I had the cleanest inspection report I've ever seen, and it appraised for $20,000 over the list price, and I still didn't get to close this deal. I don't know how that happened, but it's a beautiful house. It's right between a hike and bike trail and on one side, and on the other side the light rail, and then on the other side of the light rail is Eastwood Park, and that's all within a block. So it's a really cool little location. Again, it's very, very near to downtown, and you can just hop on the light rail right into downtown for folks that work in Texas.
Terrific. Okay, this is Kevin Stokes.
That's a great idea.
9118 Capri Lane, 410,000.
That's a
Move
real
away
list.
from
We had
just
that one
one
last
minute.
year. It got an inch dirt in Harvey, totally gutted. Everything's brand new. And a great new price, 410.
That patio.
Wow. Cute.
$1239 West 22nd Street, Unit E, 429,000. Lauren Grossman.
Awesome.
4506 Lillian Street, 435,000. Lee Martin.
This is a relist as well. They've reduced it 30,000, and it shows really well. They have moved out. It's vacant. It's super easy to show. 2 bedrooms on the first floor, big open living area on the second floor, and master and a open kind of loft desk area on the third floor. Lots of light, balcony on the second floor, and a balcony on the third floor. So we show
67, 62 Sussex Manor Street, 460,000. Kelly Geithner.
Yes.
22, 514 Bridgehaven Drive, 465,000. Debbie Callan. Grand Lakes Community. Nine 13 Robbie Street, 469,000. Eileen Hartman. Sunset Heights.
Beautiful house, built in 13 or 15, I can't remember. The garage is on the street side, on Robbie. It's a block from the new farmer's market redevelopment, right there on Airline. Really a nice block. And they have outgrown the house. So see, the garage sits on the street, and then that's on the back side of the garage looking towards the house. So it's got a nice yard, 4,000 square foot lot. Feels much larger than
What did you say? Lives large.
yeah.
I like that.
And we have a couple offers working.
1921 Hickory Street, 469,000. Jill Wesson.
This is a re-list. I put it on in the early fall, and lots of buyers interested, but they were wary of the Stillo Construction bid for repairs to stucco, so we took it off and did the repairs. The $27,000 bid turned into a $90,000 repair. And it's all done, and this home is really, looks over downtown. It's the balcony, the deck has all restoration hardware and furniture, which they have left, and the fire pit has water, gas, and electricity up there. Tons of upgrades when they bought this property, but they had a baby, and a 4-story house just doesn't work. So we have moved them into a beautiful home, and they are ready to sell this. It has restoration hardware, great shutters on every window, foundation shutters, a lot of upgrades. So, and it is meticulous. They have paid attention to every detail. There was a crack left over from the repairs, and she may still come back and say, no, that crack, you made that thing banging, so I want that. It's perfect.
Thank you. 5150 Hidalgo Street, Unit 1906, 499,000. Suzanne Cade. $843 Ivy Wall Drive, 529,000 in the Energy Corridor, Luann Marshall. $111 Glenway Drive, $600,000, here in Harbor. Oh, goodness.
This for six, was this flooded? What's this? $600.
You look down and see exactly what it is. No, it doesn't say.
It doesn't say.
Oh, that's right.
3751 Underwood Street, $650,000, Margaret Benson, and Grace Heights. Nice big yard. That's a great street. 6019 Churro Street, 739A. Vicky Barzande. $333 Sugarberry Circle in Hudson Downs, $799,000, Joanne Lamons.
Can y'all shut that door over there for me, please? Thank you.
$1907 McDuffie Street, $799,000, Lee Martin.
This is our new listing. It's going to be open today from 12 to 2. It shows beautifully. They have no kids, no pets. They're hardly there. They had the outside redone by AJ's Landscaping. The really nice thing about this property is that it's a 3,400 square foot lot, so it has 10 to 12 feet of a side yard that runs the length of the property plus the backyard area. First floor living, large master with a huge 23 by 5 foot closet. Third floor has a game room, and this property is a true 4-bedroom. It's built by Trifon.
Lee, you might want to pull some of those pictures up.
Okay.
They're good.
This is beautiful.
Showing that back patio.
And that side yard, that one right there.
Pretty.
5507 Christine Park Court, $849,700, Twin Lakes in Eldridge, Jill Rome. Three-car garage. 4515 Verone Street, 1,049,000, Nancy Stowe.
So this one's with a 4500 block in Bel Air, and you can be right by Evergreen Park and be cool. So it's fabulous location. The dirt alone is 675,000. A lot across the street just sold. So this house did flood 5.5 inches on the first level. Everything was remediated. These are virtual stage. I might be getting an offer. We'll see if it really happens. But we have a lot of interest and good showings. A lot of people came to the open house. It's 5 bedrooms, 4 quarters.
402 Gingham Drive, 1.575 million, Susan Boss. '43 West Terrace Drive, 1.675 million, Karen Harburg.
Relist with some new price.
$62.73 Piping Rock Lane, 1.79 million, Amina El Barrage. In Briar Grove. $24.55 Brazos River Lane in Chapel Hill, 1.895 million, and Bilstein. And this is, it looks like 253 acres. $11,686 Arrowwood Circle, 1.975 million. Headley Carcass.
This is one of the coolest houses
Really
I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I thought he was working a couple offers, but it is absolutely fabulous. It's called the Tree House. It's nestled everywhere you look. There's trees.
Yes, it is.
It's right by the bayou.
Part of
That
the-
area is so
It is so beautiful.
Guys, it
It's
did flood,
ill-
about 20% of the house flooded. That was it. It's a
Right.
split level home, completely remediated.
Unbelievable. Look at that panorama.
this. Oh my God.
2 bedrooms downstairs, a bedroom, the master, and another second master upstairs.
And it's
It
gorgeous
is
outside. You look outside, there are the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's done so beautifully, highest quality.
When is there an open house?
I think they're having an
I don't
open
know.
house.
Robin, do you know?
Yeah, look
We
at that.
had one, we had one on Sunday. We will hold it open again, not this Sunday, the following. We've gotten 2 offers. A third is coming, nothing accepted, and they're not gonna go lower than this price by much because it's a bargain.
They got that much money in it.
It's exquisite.
The setting's exquisite.
It's just exquisite. And the house itself.
The house.
2043 Southgate Boulevard, 2.175 million, David Atkins.
Such a great story. Oh, yes.
11303 Summerland Way, 2.4 million, Susan Boss. This is almost an acre in Memorial Villages. Number 3, Green Bay Circle, 2.45 million, Walter Bearing.
Actually, this is a relist, but, really a nice sized lot, it's a little over 40,000 feet. This is, mostly one story, and, right here in Chapelwood Church there off of Green Bay. I think that's sort of a split floor plan with a master on one end, and, secondary bedrooms on the other side. 4-car garage, a lot of space, and shows very well. And she's resort-like pool.
It's gorgeous. And a 4-car garage.
Where's this?
Where's that? Head out Green Bay between.
This is nice option for somebody in Memorial who wants land, and the house is built in the 80s, so it does have a nice high ceiling spread out. You're real close to Memorial Drive Elementary there, you've got all the good schools, so.
Walter, when you drive down Memorial and you turn right on Green Bay?
Right in Green Bay, this house, it backs up to the Chapelwood Church.
Oh,
Just
okay,
keep going, it's just a little circle.
okay.
6331 Brompton Road, 2.699, Lisa Bear. Wow, look, lots of outdoor space. Sports court. 2207 Del Monte, 2.825, Kelly Boyd.
This is a really beautiful house. It's single owner. It's my dad, but I lived in California, so no kids, no dogs. It's over 5,000 square feet with the quarters, has full quarters with kitchen, bathroom, closet, everything. Absolutely impeccably maintained.
Because you live in California.
Right. Yeah, because I lived in California.
Otherwise, it would have been a party house.
I didn't get to ruin it. That's my result. It has a really nice pool, but if you need more space, it's over 10,000 square foot lot, right in the heart of River Oak. So it's, you could take it out and have a really big yard.
3207 Virginia Street, 3.375, Marlene Roden.
This is gonna be open next Tuesday, and that's when the first showings are gonna be from 12 to 2. It was completed in 2008. It's on a double lot in David Crockett. So it's 15,641 square feet. There is an elevator. They have a studio and gallery on the first floor, and then the first floor is an open living space, as you can see. So it's open to the dining room and the kitchen. And then there is a gym outside that's a 4th bedroom, and it does have a full bath. And then it also has an outside shower. So it's on the pool side. And the pool is a 60-foot heated saltwater lap pool. So that exterior shower you can use for guests and things like that. And then upstairs, the master suite has a sitting area, which could be a nursery, and also has another study. So there's 2 studies. Then there's a den. There's 2 additional bedrooms upstairs, and then there's a deck off of the den on the second floor. And then on the other side, so the extra lot side, there's a sports court and a rose garden.
And a massage table.
It's beautiful.
Who missed that?
It was Studio Met Art.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, look at the
Full
rose.
court.
Yeah, the
Wow.
rose garden it's beautiful. It's a really, really, really cool house. So be sure to be there next Tuesday.
Beautiful.
11734 Wood Lane, 3.575 million. Robin Tucker.
This is a relist. My client's daughter got married, and so we took it off the market for a while. But this is in Bunker Hill in Memorial, and it's a fabulous street. All the lots on the street are over an acre. This lot is 52,000 plus square feet. And just recently on this street, a lot alone, an end user bought one of the lots and is tearing down and paid $2.4 million. And so this 8,600 square foot Abercrombie custom home is really a great opportunity for your clients. The rooms are all really spacious. It has an amazing home theater you see there, and a playroom with a kitchen. 6 bedrooms. One of the bedrooms has been made into an exercise room. It has an amazing outdoor living area that you'll see here. There's a fire pit, saltwater pool. It's a big cathedral ceiling. You can fit like 30 people in underneath that cathedral ceiling outdoor living area. And I'm going to have a broker open house this Thursday from 12 to 2. And really encourage you to come out and take a look for yourself, because it's hard for the pictures to really capture, especially the feel of that backyard. It's truly amazing.
Robin, do you know if there are any deed restrictions against building a guest house on that property?
Most likely it would be difficult to do with Bunker Hill. I mean, I would check with Bunker Hill about that, but in the past, in the villages, when I've checked about a guest house, usually it doesn't work out, but I'll check and give you a call.
Maybe if you name it something besides guest house, like
Party
casita or pool house.
Yeah.
Pool house,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll see, there's definitely room for it.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
just if Bunker Hill would allow it, but I'll check into it and give you a call.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
506 Thamer Lane, 3.6 million in Hunterwood. Catherine Warren.
So this is a relist, and it is really an amazing piece of land under Creek. It's an acre and a half. It's unrestricted because it's not in the homeowners association, so there's a lot you can do with it. My client has not wanted me to pursue looking to see whether it could be subdivided. But the house was done by, I'm drawing a blank on the name of the architect, but he's been on a lot of the mod tours. This was built in the 70s. The metal roof is original. The outside is really beautiful, and it has fabulous bones. So it could go either way if someone wanted to undertake it. That fireplace in the right-hand bottom picture runs all the time. It's really deep. The floors are an incredible parquet. Everything they did was, top-notch at the time. There's some amazing details in the house. In particular, this bathroom on the bottom that it's a Sherrill Wagner carved sink, and they have that Sherrill Wagner hardware throughout the house, in the master bedroom, and all sorts of places. So it's an interesting house if someone wants to redo it. The lot is incredible.
That was on the mod tour?
No, the architect, has houses around Houston on the module. It was a commercial architect, and the house was built in a way to commercial standards. So it's, and I encourage you to come by and see it and think about ways to use it, and et cetera.
Okay. Perfect. If you could hit the lights on me, please, thank you. New listings. So happy to see everybody here. Happy New Year. 2019, here we go. Can you believe it? These years are flying by faster and faster and faster, aren't they? Okay, new listings. Keith.
Getting a new listing in Carlton Woods. It's a real special home, built in 2007. It's a little over 10,000 square feet. The gentleman bought the home and then spent $600,000 on just personal changes, but he's really updated it nicely. It wasn't Mediterranean, now it's very modern. All white on the outside, all white on the inside. Beautiful marble, 2-inch thick marble throughout the house. A lot of additions. Anyway, we'll have all the information, but it's over 10,000 square feet on the home. It's on a cul-de-sac. It's on the Jack Nicklaus. It's not on the golf course, but right next to the Jack Nicklaus Golf Course in Carlton Woods. The lot's over 46,000 square feet. It's going to be, we're finalizing the pricing today. It's going to be between 3.5 and 3.7, and I'm co-listing it with Monica Brashears.
Okay, any other new listings? Yes, ma'am.
Jennifer, Andrea, and I are listing 2 new constructions today in the Heights on 28th Street. They're 4 bedrooms, over 2,600 square feet each. The lot sizes are almost 3,300, and new constructions are great. 1 bedroom down, 3 bedrooms up.
Perfect.
549.
I'm sorry, how much?
549.
For new construction? Wow.
There's 2 of them.
Townhomes?
Right next. Well, they're single family.
Do they have a yard?
They do. They have a yard. They have a 2-car garage. They have alley access.
How many floors?
2.
Boy, that's nice. It's a good price. Yes, ma'am. Kelly.
I have a new listing coming on in spring. It's in the Bender's Landing neighborhood, which is a new neighborhood. It's really beautiful. The house is 2015. It's very custom. It'll be on around 800,000. It'll be coming on beginning of next week.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
I have a new listing coming in Canalite Plaza tomorrow. It's going to be priced at $625. It's 4 bedrooms. It's 2 full bathrooms, completely renovated. Gorgeous. It's on a 9,600 square foot lot. It has a dining pergola, a covered patio, a play set. It's got all the bells and whistles for a young family or couple. So show it. Start tomorrow.
Perfect. Any other new listings? Okay, we have some people to introduce. Dawn Weaver and her family have moved back to Houston from Dallas. Where's Dawn? There she is. Stand up. She was with David Perry Miller in Highland Park office and is now joined MTSIR. So welcome back home. Glad you're here. Still in the Memorial office. Keith, come on up. I've got a couple more people to introduce. Kai Tranch. Kai is here. Where's Kai? Right here. There he is. Kai's joined our Briar Hollow office. He's been a successful agent for over 15 years. And in case you need it, he is fluent in Vietnamese. Yay! Great. Yes, perfect. And they borrow you sometimes. Okay, good. Good. We're glad you're here. And Joanne Humphrey. Joanne Humphreys has joined us. Her first career was with the United Space Alliance, where she was the international liaison for space station partner countries. Wow.
I don't know what it is, but it sounds good.
Sounds very impressive, doesn't it? So we know she's going to be successful. Welcome, Joanne. Thank you. And for our first breakfast for 2019, Pete, you nailed it. Pete is with People's Home Equity. Thank you.
Pete Barnes with People's Home Equity, Will Swallen. He joined about a year ago, and so we learned a new rap, and we want to share that with y'all right now.
Oh, good.
Right. So good news, rates are coming down. Although the government's lowered the federal funds rate over the last 3 or 4 weeks, we've seen rates come down, and I've even heard recently that the federal chairman's thinking about not raising rates the rest of the year, which is good for the real estate business. So as you see the stock market go down and your 401k go down, rates are also going down. So your real estate business will be going up hopefully. So also changes in the mortgage industry, the conforming loan limit raised from 453 to 484. So what that means is the average house has increased in value. So it's easier to get financing and conforming loan limits. Last year, we merged with
Sorry,
the,
can you say that again? For what? 84.
yeah, 484, 350, 350. Will's the smart one. Yeah, so 484, 350 is the new conforming loan limits. So, we merged last year with a company called Cardinal Financial. Our name is still People's Home Equity, but we're owned by a larger institution. The changes that's had in our business is we now sell directly to Fannie and Freddie, meaning the loan is in our name. So if you have clients that say, you know what, I'd like to go with a lender where it's not going to be sold, that would be us. So it's easier to get financing with us. And so also for you listing agents, we do offer bridge loans. So for some reason, sometimes when a buyer is about falling out, pick up my flyer and give either me or Will a call. Generally, we can do a bridge loan. What a bridge loan is something to keep someone, to give someone financing for a short period of time, 6 months to a year. So also jumbo loans we can close in as quickly as 3 weeks. So, and then last, Cardinal Financial is also an internet lender. Which means we have a product that would match any rates someone might get online. So,
And I've seen you do it.
yes, Vicky's seen us do it. So, thank you. Any questions?
I do.
Yes.
The bridge loan, is there a prepayment penalty for that?
No prepayment penalty. No. Good question. Any other questions? Thank you for your time, and also I appreciate your gratitude. I think everyone, Maryland, like a heartfelt thank you for the breakfast. So I know
it's
privilege to
wonderful.
be here. Thank y'all.
Okay, here we go. First meeting of 2019, and who do we have to speak to us today? Is our favorite, Paul Kilian, here to give us a market update.
I paid Maryland to say that, so thank you, everyone. Yeah, there it is.
Hold on.
Nope. Yes.
You know, we're looking for space and it's that one home.
See, Geico started doing throwback commercials.
Yes.
Yeah, and then they
Yeah.
want you to vote on it. Go to their website and vote on it. They've always had great commercials.
Okay.
Good?
One of my friends.
Okay, 2019, this is always my most favorite time of the year because it's a brand new year, everything gets started. The things we've been working on, especially at the end of the year, we get to present and roll out. And so here we go. So this one has an agenda, and if it's all small, I'll read it. So there's 10 items I'm going to talk about today. First is the hub. Hopefully everybody knows what that is. MyPerfectHousing.com. We're expanding that. Canva and our company's new social media strategy kind of go hand in hand. I want to talk about that. OneDrive, which is a paperless solution. Contextually, people, this has been presented. I want to go more in depth there. Our culture map relationship that was discussed. Focus groups, market updates, and our new MTSIR look. So they're going to be the 10 topics we're going to do today. First, the hub. I'm super, super excited about this. If we did a whole presentation, I'm not going to spend a ton of time here, but if you haven't seen it in a while, this is what the homepage is going to look like. If you remember, the internet has been excellent for decades. Like all technology has run its course. We're going to be retiring that in the next couple of weeks. This has been, back in 2016, we realized it was coming to its end of life. And so this project started 2 years ago, really. It was completely built in an entirely new computer programming language, so we can do so much more. And that's one of the reasons I'm so excited about it. So when we roll this out, it's going to be the Hub 1.0. And I'm driving Andy crazy because I already have all these projects for him for phase 2. So it's just going to get better and better and better. But the main takeaways here are it's not on the top anymore. It's over here, which allows for more flexibility. It's also significantly more mobile friendly. The entire hub will be mobile available as opposed to just pieces of it. As we go through, So this is the My Listings. In my opinion, I think My Listings is going to be the heart of the hub. So when you go here, you'll have all your listings. And then when you click on it, it's actions. And you can do everything you want to do. Order brochures, do sign installs. Yeah, all your advertising, like literally everything. Run marketing reports. So to me, I think this is going to be where you're going to most of the time. And it'll help you manage your business. And so if you want to do your advertising, instead of just words, we're also making it significantly more photo-centric, right? So Andy right now is in the process of moving everything from the current intranet into the hub. So there should be pictures here, so everything's going to work. But if it's much more photo-specific, it just looks better, it feels better, it's more efficient, it's faster for you, and it's just cleaner and looks better. Another thing I wanted to just mention too was the company calendar. So we went through the current intranet, again, this was over 2 years, and we looked at every little piece and the calendar, because this is going to be on your phone. We tried to design this as what the business is going to be in 5 years from now, and we're probably going to be even more on our phones than today. So the company calendar is going to have features where it'll pop up with the 5, this is what we currently have, but if you click on sales meeting, they disappear. And you can have a month, week, and day view. So we don't want to clutter up your phone because it's such a small real estate. And so we have a few more agent-specific things we're going to be adding. I don't know if it's going to make it to the first phase, but it'll definitely be in the second phase. That's just going to help you manage your business even better. Marketing and e-marketing. This is, I think, crucial. And again, if you look, what is the world going to be in 3 to 5 years from now? When we talk about marketing, I think it's truly going to be 2 different components. There's going to be print advertising, and then there's going to be your digital advertising. And I think a lot of you are already starting to do it now. When you present, when you talk to your clients, you say, how am I going to market your product? You might talk about Buzz magazines or something like that, but then you also might talk about Instagram and how you're doing it online. I think as we move into the future, print and digital is going to separate into different thought processes. In 3 to 5 years, what we currently have in print, we may not have anymore. In 3 to 5 years, what we currently have in e-marketing may not exist today. So we want to be very flexible going forward. And that's one of the main reasons we broke this out. And I think also by breaking it out, when you work on what you can do for your clients, it'll just, in your mind, be easier to see what you want to do and how you want to do it. So there's going to be more there. So when you click on marketing, it breaks out here. Another one I wanted to bring up was special projects. So this is just another thing we looked at too. Currently, special projects is in its own little framework, and you don't necessarily need to use every field, and that's inefficient. So we're really targeting efficiencies totally across the board. And so now we're going to break it out. The photos didn't pop up, but they will when this goes live. And so you can do your 11 by 17 brochures, and it's just the fields you need are there. So we're trying to make everything as less confusing as possible, as fast as possible. So you're spending less time ordering and doing these types of things, and just really focusing on your business and your clients. So that's the hub. So this thing's going live in a couple weeks. Because of the Circle Breakfast, I don't know if we can get it out before the Circle Breakfast. If not, it'll be right after the Circle Breakfast. We're probably going to dedicate a whole sales meeting to it, so we'll go heavily more into depth there. But this is going to be a really big thing for this conference. Number 2, My Perfect House Stand. So we've been doing this for 2 or 3 years now. This was originally built to help buyers. So this was just another avenue, and this was a differentiator for you from all of our competition. If someone's saying, I want to move to the Heights, instead of saying, well, okay, we'll go to the Heights Facebook page, or West U has pages. This is a company branded area for the buyer to get just a quick highlight. So if you remember, I sent out emails to everyone. I got a ton of feedback. So we currently have 15 areas. They're all being revamped for 2019, and the maps are all getting cleaned up. And we wanted to also make this available for your listing clients as well. So right now, we don't have this for every area. And for 2019, we're going to change that. So we're actually going from 15 microsites, we call them, to 27. So we can cover all of Houston. And what this means, so when you do a PMA and a listing presentation, this is just another differentiator for you, another place for the client to get their listing out there for other people to be seen. I know this is not a very interesting chart, but hopefully you can see some of the new areas. A lot don't have significant changes, but we needed to plug all the holes so we can cover all of Houston. This project is targeted to be done at the end of the first quarter. Once it's done, then we're going to add a page to the PMA. We'll obviously talk about it then. But again, this is just another differentiator for you when you're out there on your listing presentations. So Canva expansion. So some of the feedback we got was people really like Canva because it's seemingly limitless in what it can do. The issue was it's completely overwhelming, and you go in there and you have no idea what to do. So the worst kind of tool is the tool you don't use. So we really want to change that. So Chris has really been working hard on this, and what we decided on doing is kind of make it similar to Resora. So Resora, we'll create content for you, but we leave editable fields. So when you send it out to your SOI, you say what you want to say. You can put your personality into your Resora and make it your own. So we want to take that same idea and apply it to Canva. So here's just an example. So the idea is, and I don't want to say exactly what we're going to do because it can be case by case on the different content we provide. But the idea is to have three options. One is something fully complete, like this, where you can just go into Canva and just repost it. You don't have to think about it at all. Another is putting this one out there with blank with no picture, but the logo's there, there's a caption already, and all you do is just drag one of your listings in there and post that so it's done. And then if we can, we might have a third option out there where maybe there's a photo and the logo, but we have blank boxes, and then you can choose. So each content will have two or three different pieces out there, depending on your level of comfort, your time, and whatever you want to do. I think what's really interesting about social media is it's extremely personal, and that's how you're successful in social media is if you do personal things and you show your personality out there. So for it to work for you, we can't just provide all the content. We'll provide as much as we can, but it needs to be tweaked for you and for your SOI and for your followers. And I think by giving you three different options is really going to be the best way, because maybe you just want to post something real quick, maybe you want to spend a little bit of time, but this is just an avenue for you to expand there. So then our company new social media strategy, this is a lot of words, and sorry guys, I'm going to read all of them. So we take the business planning meetings really seriously, and then we have a meeting afterwards and we go over. Social media was a big thing this year, and then we tried to drill down on, okay, what are we doing well in social media? What are we not doing well? So the things we're doing well, we're going to continue. Things we're not doing well, one of the things we noticed was we don't have a lot of agents on our company Facebook and Instagram. So we're changing that for 2019. So the first thing we want to do is focus more on you guys. And how we're going to do that is every Thursday, it's going to be a moment with somebody, one of the agents, we're going to promote that person. In an ideal world, we're not going to pre-schedule this out too far because we want to capture you when something exciting happens for you. For example, you got your most expensive listing ever, you closed your most ever, you're working with a charity and you just fundraised the most ever. In an ideal world, we'll be able to capture current events. If we find that is too logistically challenging or a problem or something, we can schedule it out with everybody. But again, ideally, we want to try to capture you guys when something important is going on in your life, and then we can promote that out. So we definitely want to focus more on you. Number two, we also want to focus more on the clients. We looked at our Facebook feeds. The glaring thing missing are listings. We don't have nearly as many listings out there as we should. So we're going to start promoting listings on Facebook 3 times a week. This actually coincides with what we're doing on Instagram. We started on Instagram because Instagram a couple years ago was very photo driven, right? It's just a bunch of pretty pictures. That has kind of changed. Facebook has kind of changed. All these social media platforms kind of change year to year. So we want to make sure we're staying current with that. And what we're going to promote on Facebook is going to coincide with the Chronicle featured listings. You know how the 3 are at the top? Because that way we want to have a print and a digital promotion at the same time for your clients. So we're going to experiment with this. And then hopefully the first couple of weeks we get some feedback. And if the clients love it, we'll continue it. If it's not important, we're going to course correct throughout the year. But this is our starting plan. We're going to start a new thing called Sold in 30. And I think this is going to talk more about the culture of the company and really what you guys can do, because I think you guys are awesome in the sense that you price it and it goes into contract within 30 days, and it happens all the time. And I'm afraid that there's this perception that, because we generally talk about when we're struggling to sell a listing, but we don't really talk about success stories. So we want to keep a positive angle on social media, and so every Tuesday, we're going to have a positive, sold in 30. And again, the whole point of this is when you're trying to get a price reduction or you're trying to get a listing, just every Thursday, follow this feed. Every Tuesday, follow this, and you'll be able to look and say, look, last week we had 6 go into contract within 30 days. I know what I'm doing. Follow me. I'm the expert. And hopefully that's just another added advantage to you while also putting a positive vibe out into the community. I just want to go back to focus on the agents. We're going to wait on this until we get the new headshots back because we want that new look and everything. Just so you guys know, the new headshots is going to start coming back in the next week or 2. And so, we took like 200. It just takes a really long time. And then we said, you guys have to select them. We have to make them all prettier or if that's possible. We're just trying to do that. Okay, and then number 4 is our outreach. I think another big component that we felt like we weren't doing enough of is sharing with the community about what we're doing in the community. We do a ton of work, and if you ever look at the company calendar on the internet under Agent Tools, you can see we have something going on, if not weekly, certainly multiple times a month. And so we really want to let everyone know what we're doing. I feel like looking at our social media feeds, I feel like it doesn't do a good job representing what we do as a company, either with you, with our clients, or with the community. And we really want to change that going forward this year. So it's going to have a hashtag MTSIR outreach, and we're going to tag that. That's going to be on Sundays. It's going to be a feel-good kind of thing. Again, in an ideal world, we don't schedule this too far out. We get what's current, what's going on. Terry's going to be playing a big role in this, so you can work with her. She's going to be giving us ideas. And in an ideal world, that's what happens. And then, of course, we're going to be doing everything else. Awards, the monthly awards, quarterly, fund Sotheby's auctions. I don't know if anyone does. I know some people do the daily cheat sheet. You saw today, the auction house had a record year for jewelry, and they have a ton of really cool jewelry coming up for 2019. So we'll probably be posting some of that fun stuff. We already started sharing posts from Telluride, I think we did. There's just beautiful Sotheby's listings throughout the world. And we want to show everyone in Houston just some of the fun things. It's just, people enjoy looking at luxury real estate. So there's just going to be that fun added component. We're going to continue with the quarterly market updates, properties, and Houston happenings. For example, when George Bush passed, we had I think a pretty good thing there. And when the Astros win the World Series this year, someone's going to be all over that.
Go Stros.
Go Stros. Unfortunately, I had to delete the Texans because we're going to have them. I don't know. JJ, what happened? So anyway. Too soon, sorry guys. So that's what we're doing as a company. Okay, next, OneDrive. I'm about halfway through. So OneDrive, another 2019 goal is to go as paperless as possible. And we've been talking about it for a while. Accounting has been paperless since the middle of 2016. So all of your deals, we used to put in boxes, and Richard would spend hours and hours documenting them, and we send them off site. Gone. It's every deal that you have ever done since 2016 is scanned and living in a computer in the cloud somewhere. So we can retrieve it fast. And again, that's just the future, right? And so we want to take that technology and give it to you. I've personally been using OneDrive for at least a year. And so all of my files at work are on my phone, and I can pull them up within seconds. So if you're out anywhere, if you save it to your OneDrive folder here, it's going to show up at your phone. So if it's surveys, if it's title, whatever it is, contracts, you can have it immediately. OneDrive secure. This is being worked on with our parent company, Realogy. So there's this, big umbrella about getting it in. So there's going to be more on this.
Should we be using this instead of Dropbox?
Yeah, is there any difference?
Yeah.
Yes, Dropbox is not that secure. Dropbox is kind of the Gmail of online stuff. And that's why there's this other product, Box, which is the exact same thing. If you guys heard. So Box is the same as Dropbox, except Box has higher security. OneDrive is a Microsoft product, so again, it has very high security. Dropbox is a free product that anyone can use.
Wow. Then you have to start paying once you get to a certain.
You can pay for the security.
You can use Dropbox for free, but you know, you get what you pay for. There are some potential security things. So if you have financial documents from your clients, you probably don't want them living out on Dropbox.
Can you move it all over to a new one?
Sure. We are going to be moving it all over. John and Andrew are working on it. It's going to be a massive amount of data, so it's going to take a long time. So they're already working on. Actually, Andrew put together a cheat sheet of how to do it, and again, probably maybe in February we'll go through how to do it for you. And ideally, before we move to the new building, everyone's over on OneDrive, which is probably going to be 6 or 7 months or so. So we have time, but start thinking about OneDrive and what you can do paperless.
I mean, we go into closings with our phone.
You know, on your phone. Yeah. Again, you know, a lot of what we're doing now is trying to, what is business going to be in 3 to 5 years from now? 3 to 5 years from now, you're not going to have a huge portfolio, generally speaking. It's going to be on a tablet or a phone for the most part. So we want to be doing the necessary steps now to get us to that point, so we're not behind any curve. In fact, we're ahead of it. The next one is contactually. I'm just curious, how many people have signed up for this? Okay.
Can I back you up, Paul?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just got a text from someone. What about Google Drive for this?
Well, I don't know Google Drive as well.
Is that more like Dropbox? It's just like Dropbox.
It's very similar to Dropbox. What I mean is I don't know the security levels
Right,
of Drive. I do know that our parent company has a relationship with Microsoft, which is why we're pushing to OneDrive. You don't have to use this. This is something that John and Andrew are better to support you if you have issues. So I'm not telling you have to move to this, but this is probably the best cloud solution out there right now.
It works with a Mac too, right?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Even though it's Microsoft. Actually, okay, so we dedicated tons of time to this. So it was launched in late November, so it's technically not new for 2019, but we still have classes for it. And I think we're really going to hit the ground running using this in 2019. So this is just your most up-to-date CRM tool. The reason this is different than others is because, again, our parent company spent a lot of time working with Contactually behind the scenes, months and months. So your agent websites seamlessly go into it, your Resora, and it worked seamlessly. It took a long time behind the scenes to get this stuff to work. So people talk about CRMs right out there. And I think a big difference is we took the extra time to make sure all the tools you're using work with it instead of just rolling out these different things and then you end up having barriers. Another big reason we took Contactually over others and is operating as a third party is that we will never, we meaning my company, the parent company, this company, the company I work for is what I meant to say. We'll never be able to see your contacts, ever. They have rules, and Contactually actually can never see your contracts. They have these contacts, they have these privacy rules. So other firms and other places, it's a little more lax. So if you build this massive list of 3,000 and something happens, we can never go in and see your list ever. And that's one of the reasons we set them up as a separate third party, so there's no confusion or anything like that. Your contacts are yours. Culture map relationship. The reason I'm really excited about this one too is that mostly what Culture Map represents, and of course you can argue, but this is generally probably the coolest magazine out there. It's hip, progressive, social, and they really wanted to work with us. And so Chris spent a long time negotiating with them. And if you remember, she presented a couple weeks ago, and Chris was able to get exclusive rates that they swore no one else in town will be able to get. They really want to work with us. They've been working with Cooper Sotheby's in Austin for at least a year, if not two, because this is one of those advantages of being part of the Sotheby's network, is because they had a good experience there. They knew that they were going to have a good experience with us. And so they really, really wanted to work with us instead of any other broker in town. And now they're also negotiating with Briggs Freeman in Dallas. And so we're going to kind of have a trifecta of Sotheby's influence on Culture Map, which is trendy, which is where a ton of our clients go to daily. Their daily unique rates are through the roof. You know, people go here all the time. Every day they get a lot of news updates. So this is what it's going to look like. Right now, there's 3, right? And it's going to be 13. And you can sign up now on the intranet. And so Chris was able to get them to improve this ad unit, because right now how it's just a picture to go through a carousel, and we're going to try and do maybe a different object to try to pull the client's eye to it and all the users. So that's just another way of us taking what's out there but tweaking it to make it a little bit better and a little bit different. The other big piece of this relationship is the a la carte add-ons. I think everybody here should do a promoted article about themselves for $900 because for a couple of reasons. One, it lives up. This article will pop up about you. So this is almost like an online resume for you or an online bio outside of any broker promoted thing, right? So they go to, so a client, your friend tells.
I'm sorry. Go back.
Okay. Do you want me to go faster?
No.
So, you know, a friend tells you about you and they Google your name. Instead of just seeing your bio on our website, they see a whole article about you in Culture Map, which is one of the coolest magazines. And I think everyone should seriously consider spending the $900, putting it part of your, you know, your plan for 2019. It's significantly discounted. Run a site, agent branding. You know, I think that's really interesting too. You know, going back to the promoted article, you could do that about a builder. If you're working with a builder, you've got a long-term relationship, you can make that article about the builder, and that for $900, that could give you, you know, development projects going forward. It's to me basically a no-brainer. I really hope everyone wants to do it. If you have more questions about it, I'll direct you to Chris because he's the expert on this. But I hope everyone here seriously considers doing that.
Hey, can you pause for just 1 second? Sorry, we lost our connection. Just hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Guess any questions to this point?
Circle credits, what's that?
Yes.
What's the question?
Oh, yes.
I'm getting text messages and.
The question was, can you apply Circle credits to this? And the answer is yes. Because we have an annual contract with Culture. Yes, Rich.
So, Paul, you know, you've done those quarterly updates, market updates. Are you gonna do one this year for all of last year, for the previous year?
Yes. So the question was, for the market updates, we usually do them quarterly. At the end of the year, we don't do a fourth quarter market update, we do a full year.
Right.
So it's gonna be 15, 16, 17, 18 full years, yeah.
When do you anticipate that?
Soon. So Andy pulled the data and we just have to put it together, and because it's published, we get it approved basically, we make sure everything's okay, we do a lot of double checking. So mid next week, I would say that'll be out. Perfect. Yeah. Bessie?
Paul, is Canva going to replace Resora or is it different?
So the question is, does Canva replace Resora? The answer is no. It's a completely different animal. Resora is more email-based for your SOI. Canva is specifically for social media. Yeah, there's a little bit of overlap, but they are two different products that do two different things. But the reason I brought that up was we wanted to take the idea behind Resora, how we create content for you, but make it editable and apply that to Canva.
Yeah, so you compared Canva to Resora. I'm used to using Canva just to create graphics that I would move over. So
yeah.
I can't email out of Canva, right? I've never seen that. I just create graphics to the.
No.
You can download though and save as a PDF and
right, and then
use
it in Canvas, but I'm not using Canva as a way to send blast out, right?
No. That's okay, correct. Great. So Canva, so you can design. So basically, Canva is our agent's design center, if you will. But again, some of the feedback we got was it was too overwhelming. Now, some people can do it.
Yeah, I've used it a lot.
Do it. Yeah. But if it's overwhelming to you, then we're going to offer these different options to maybe get you in the door. And then once you get more comfortable, you can start designing.
Do we have some kind of empty cert Canva account? Because I kind of just signed up for Canva like on my own, completely separate. And is there other templates in there if I sign up via?
We don't currently, they're working on it.
Okay.
The Canva it's an Adobe product. They're actively developing it. They gave me about 6 months ago. They said they were in about a 6 to 9 month development cycle.
Okay.
So I don't know if that will.
Gotcha.
When it comes to development, you never know.
Right.
But they understand that that's a need.
Okay.
So just like Resort, you have like all the logos,
right.
fonts, colors.
Gotcha. Oh, because I uploaded all my stuff myself. Okay.
Yeah. So we're sticking with Canva right now. Canva doesn't offer like a broker account where we can put logos in there and we can dump templates for you. They promised Chris it would be soon. It's an Adobe product. They're a good company. We want to stick with them. It's not today, but as soon as that happens, we're going to be all over it. Keep going?
Yes.
Okay. There we go. Okay, focus groups. This is another thing that came out of our business planning about feedback. So when I was in New York, I worked with markets all across the US, and Houston by far gives the most feedback. And I just thought it was funny that in a feedback session, you guys wanted more opportunity to give feedback. So we're listening to that. And so we are going to do focus groups. Again, we don't really have anything necessarily scheduled because I think what makes this company so successful and is number one, and it's going to stay number one, is because we do listen to you and we take what you say seriously and we try to make all the changes that you want. And so here's just some examples of focus groups that we're willing to do. Direct mail for like the farm SOI cards, marketing, use of technology, social media, long days on market. I didn't really know how to say that, but if we could get a focus group together to talk about listings we're struggling with or things like that, I want to put it in kind of a positive way. Resora, community outreach, the hub. So we're basically open to anything. So we're looking for feedback from you guys on what is pressing. What weaknesses do you see that we're not seeing that we can plug to continue to make this brokerage the best one in town? So focus groups are going to start happening in 2019. And again, we don't have anything laid out specifically, but whatever you guys are feeling, definitely let a manager know. And we'll try to put some teams together for even more feedback from everyone. So, good. Okay, market updates. So the big change for 18 was we made these digital. And so you could send these out in Resora, and we can put them on social media, and you can text the link out and all this stuff. So, and this is what it looks like now. So it's going to stay the same. But the big change for here is the farm and the SOI cards. I guess it's farm. The trifolds. So this is something, Chris, again, was a big lead on. And we experimented with our printer, and we got the trifolds. If you haven't seen one, go see one. They look really, really good. So they fold out. This is a piece that's not going to be looked at and put in the trash. It's going to have really interesting statistics. It's going to look beautiful. When you open it up in the middle, there's a big map of the area. And I think it just really grabs your attention. I think this is going to be something that stays, Chris.
Speaking of the map on this booklet form, we've also added a map for each of the market areas as well.
Yeah, so then I lied. This is going to change a little bit. We are going to add the map. And another thing, so Greg took the time and he actually went to Google Maps and drew the line on every area. And so things that take a lot of time and we really want to leverage. We have a lot of assets at our arsenal, if you want to say, and I would really want to be able to use them everywhere we can. So that's the big change for the market updates. It's really the whole farming program. And the last one is our new look. So you guys remember this building? Yeah, okay.
I dream about that.
Yeah, no one slipped and fell today, right? No one fell here. Not today. So we've been working again on this for probably the last 2 years about how to, because we always are asking the question, what is the next 3 to 5 years going to look like? And so what is our company going to look like to the public? And as interesting as this building can be, this building is not where we want it to be. And it's interesting. And this is not just a win for Briar Hollow. I think this is a win for everybody because we're going to have a lot of classes here. So people in the non-Briar Hollow offices will be coming here. You can meet clients. I know agents in other offices will still have clients in town. They still want to come here. And so I think this is really going to be a win for everybody.
I see some interior.
I want to hear from you. Is there any signs?
Avergy will not let us put our name. It cannot be the Avergy Martha Turner Sotheby's International. We asked, they said no. But there is a monument here on the feeder road, that's big, and we're gonna be the top one
Okay.
here. And then once you're inside, there's gonna be a whole bunch of signs. Yeah.
So what's the date, July?
Yeah, so we're targeting for sometime in July to move in. I thought that was good in the summer. But, yeah, I mean, you know how build-outs go.
Yeah,
I'll say summer, but the target is sometime in July, but I don't know. How is it going to be? It's gonna be a lot drier. So yeah, so if you guys know the parking lot, they have a whole bunch of visitor parking here. So if you want to run, it's 30 minutes, it's all 30 minutes, and they have security that look at it. So if you need to run up and get something, you can just park here real quick, that's fine. If you go into the garage here, you go up to the second level.
Right.
And we're gonna have 6 visitor spots right there. That's for visitors. Please try not to use that. You go to the next one, there's a gate. So everyone's gonna have a card and everyone can park.
That on the third
That's the
floor?
third level.
Yeah, third.
And I don't know.
Who's doing the build out, the interior design?
So fun fact, in February, we're gonna answer all of these questions. We're gonna have a new building meeting in early February, and we'll have all this stuff, you know, where we are and just all that kind of stuff. Some of it's still being worked out. So this is how we present ourselves currently to the community on our website. And I think for a long time, I think it was very good. Obviously, Martha Turner did an incredible job. With this company, I would never take anything away from her. It was incredible. But what we always try to do is, what is the future? Where are we going? And just the casual look has become standard across so many different industries. And that's one of the main reasons we did the new headshots, right? To just allow the agents to show more personality in your dress, because that's how you relate to your clients. So right now, if you can see, it's all, you know, forever basically, it was a black and white, women with pearls, and this kind of look. I don't have a future, but in a month from now, you know, this is going to be the different colors. Not all the men wore ties, some wore ties, and just kind of the different look to give our brokerage a little bit more personality on the website. And so this with the new building, the new social media plan, this is all part of our bigger strategy that we started talking about probably 2 years ago, about how do we present ourselves in this company to the community culture-wise. And this is what we decided on. Okay, so this is the agenda, right? So I went through all 10 things. And I wanted to pull out what category they were in. Because I always joke that we're a secret technology company because we do all these tech things, but never really call it out or make like big fanfare about it. So 7 of the 10 are all directly related to technology, digital, online, and about how we're continuing to invest in making this company better and staying on top of everything.
So are we going to have some sort of marketing talking about that? The focus of technology, because there's some companies, not a focus,
Public-facing
marketing piece, PR. Like there's some new companies in town that are open talking about that, and I think we're every bit as good, if not better.
Oh, I totally agree. Yeah, whether you're a new broker in town or a current broker, like KW has completely changed their whole tagline to that they're the future of technology or something, right? I mean, everyone is just grabbing these words, and like I was saying before with contextually, you can have all these tools, but if they're not talking together and no one took the time to properly integrate them together to work well, then it's just a whole bunch of words, right? And so that's what we're trying to do here. That's why some things are delayed, and that's why we wait until it's rolled out, you know, well. So I mean, at your fingertips, you guys currently have an incredible amount of tools and technology. And you're right, in some ways, maybe we don't talk about it enough because I kind of take it for granted. And then if a new broker comes into town or a current broker all of a sudden starts yelling from the mountaintops about how they have a design center. I mean, my goodness, you know, we have a 7-person marketing department we've had for like decades. I mean, we've had an internet for 25 years.
But we know that.
I know. Yeah, well, blank. Yeah, well, okay.
I mean, you know, just, I know what you're saying about everybody's jumping on the bandwagon, but I think to ignore that is a little bit of.
Oh, yeah, no, we don't want to ignore that.
Because what we have here is unparalleled. And I think it's not just about talking that to other agents, but it's about showing that to our potential listing people, you know.
Well, no, I totally agree with you, and that's why we took a big picture of all the staff, and that's going into the PMA. Maybe we didn't announce that. So we took a picture of 40-something of our staff that went to the River Oaks Country Club for lunch in early December, and that's a page that's going to be added into the PMA, so you can point specifically to it. And it's, you know, we talk about, oh yeah, Maryland's Christmas card, if everyone saw that. But that's a way for you to talk about everyone at your disposal, and you can talk about what everyone does. You know, right, so people, I mean, I don't know how to put it in a card, but we have a full-time computer programmer. I mean, Andy literally codes all day, you know. I mean, we are such a technology company, but you know, we want to present ourselves mostly with service and culture, with technology third. I don't think, my position is, I don't think technology should ever be first. The agent should always be first, right? Technology will help you. It's not going to replace you. And we're going to constantly come up with tools and ideas to support you and your business. You know, we're not going to replace you. We're not going to have this AI program to say, you know what, guys, everyone stop farming. I'm going to build a program, and when I think someone is going to move, everyone bombard that person. You know, I mean, that's what Open Door is. That's what all these iBuyer programs are, is they say, okay, here's a buyer. Now they sell it to everyone, and now that buyer gets like 40 calls and texts and emails from all these brokers. I was at a meeting somewhere, they called it a mosh pit. It's like a buyer mosh pit, just everyone's there. And that's just not our philosophy and our technique on things. We do farming and community events to stay in touch with the client. The average person moves every 8 years, right? And so you stay in touch with someone for 8 years. So when they are ready to move, you know, you're not just part of the masses bombarding them with, I can sell your house for 5%. I can sell it for this and that. You know, that's just not our strategy. And that's why the bottom three are about culture. And I think that to be a successful brokerage in the next 3 to 5 years, you absolutely have to have technology for sure, but you have to have that culture component. And I don't think you have a culture component if you just focus on technology and focus on predictive analysis. That's not what it is. And that's why we want to, in social media and with you guys, continue to explore our outreach programs and our community involvement. You know, we want to we're looking to sponsor more things. We want to be out in the community a lot more, because that is how you win long term. You might win in the short term by just splashing a bunch of technology up there. That is not, to me, that is not a long term win.
I agree. And I think, I mean, if you copy everybody else, like Martha always says, stay above, you know, follow what everyone else is doing. I think we ought to highlight more on personal relationships and networking, and how technology is a tool that we use to better listings.
Yeah.
Correct. Sick of text and everything. But if I'm sure other people are too, but personal service is, at the end of the day.
Yeah, so, you know, like, so I put Canva under tech because it is tech, but really the whole idea there is about personalizing technology, right? That's why we're going to give you multiple options instead of just a complete post. You know, we're going to give you a half complete post, so you can put your personality on it to make it much more successful.
I don't think technology sounds like really. I mean, when I hear about the other group about the technology, I'm like, what does that mean? I mean, I'm running away from.
Well,
Still a
I mean, I don't think you can
technology.
have that in place of who we are, and I think it's always about who we are. I agree, but.
Yeah.
That's
So
the tagline. It's about who we are. You know?
it's about who we are, yeah. Yeah, so I mean, like I said, I mean, technology is always going to be a part, and we're always going to be at the forefront, but you have to have the personal relationships, and you have to have the culture to be successful long term. And, you know, this company's been around since 1981. Sotheby's has been around since 76. We've seen 4 or 5 recessions. You know, the other company that we will not name has been in the game for 4 or 5 years. They've never seen a downturn. They've only lived in expansionary periods. And so they don't have the knowledge of what to do. And you don't, you know, in a downturn, you just don't flood someone with technology. You have to go back to the service side and the personal touch. And, you know, we'll see what happens this year. I think 2019 is going to be a really fun, exciting year. It's definitely going to be exciting. I hope it's fun. And that's really it for me. If you have any questions, further thoughts, definitely send me an email, send any of the managers an email. But this is kind of our vision for the first part of 2019.
Awesome. Y'all, please put down also the last Tuesday of January, the 29th. is our Circle of Excellence breakfast at River Oaks Country Club. I know it's early, it's in the ballroom, we start at 7:30. So y'all need to be there before then. Get yourself a cup of coffee, 4 cups of coffee, keep yourself up. But if you don't know, that is the one meeting that we all go to. It's very, very fun, and it's great fun. We will see you then. Anybody have anything else? Nothing. Have a great day. River Oaks meeting is right now, so please stay if you would like to see what's happening in River Oaks. Have a great day. Have a great week, and we will talk to you later. You get a light one, thank
Sorry? Oh, good, good. How are you?
I got the let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I know.
So it's a little noisy. Can I call you right back in just like 2 minutes? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to go to my desk.
Oh, we have 4. We
Maybe do you? Oh, you did? No, I haven't seen that yet. Cool. All right, I did. That's nice to know something nice. Hi, babe. How are you? Happy New Year. I like that picture. You posted you ended up in the snow. You're on the beach,
Everyone, let's get started on the meeting so we can get going. If you're not here for the River Oaks meeting, let's go.
I'll talk to her about it.
You want to turn the lights on? You want to turn the lights off?
May, what do y'all want to go back? This sold since December 1st?
We can do it in November?
We did. So y'all, okay.
Yeah.
So we'll do sold since December 1st and everything else. All right. Is that big enough? All right, so tell me if y'all want to go inside and see the interior photos, otherwise we'll just.
$54,000 reduction. I had probably 15 groups come through my open house Sunday. Somebody has got to buy this. It's down to $1,695,000.
It's lot values 1.5.
3468.
It's a great old unit.
How big is the lot? It's 8256.
Oh, it's
Just
just,
needs a little
it's
bit.
a,
It's very cute.
yeah, and it's great street.
It's in 3662.
Fabulous neighbors.
That's right, my little is right.
2415 Stanmore.
It's 11 houses.
And where are they going?
No, it's just released.
No, it's her.
She won't move. Yeah. We tried to buy her lot.
And Laura's Pelham.
That's Martha.
She said they're not ready to drop it, but they think it's quaint and charming, and someone's gonna pay for that.
All right.
And evidently, it's been showing and the woman would let her show it. Problem. Unless
All
it's showing.
Scan.
They said that's not a flip, that's a flip. They didn't build that to live in it.
And what do they buy? What do they buy?
We talked about this on last time.
This one, Eloise. Y'all want to see the interiors? Just let me know.
I do.
Yeah,
Okay.
let me see it, please.
Sure. All right, for some reason, either this computer or Matrix is sticking. All right, it's kind of jerky.
You're saying they bought it and just like put
Not
lipstick
this
on
one,
it?
not this one. Let me see.
This looks pretty. It smells good.
Yeah.
It's like a great house. What's that?
How big is it?
That's Brandy Lucy.
Go back.
No. No.
Nice. House is 3733.
That's a
It's a good one. That's not that 3,700 square feet.
Yeah, that's a lot.
All right, and then Kelly's Del Monte. We just saw this one this morning. You all want to look at it again? Or?
Is it open today?
No, or at least it's not on here.
And that's 4,600 square feet for 280.
Walter's Teal Way.
So how much?
Is it 285?
I'm not sure, I'm sorry. This one, the lower kind of basement level flooded during Harvey, but the main living area did not, and they had to fix all that.
And how much is that one?
That just has been on the market so long, that it just gets tired.
2,850,000.
Yeah, and it started with, as you see, that wasn't with me. Fine. He saved you $1 million there.
There you go.
I do get shines, yeah.
Irene. It's Kirby.
Yeah, let's see that.
Okay. Sure.
Is that Blood and Money House?
That's what I was wondering.
Oh, is this?
No, that's on, is it on Kirby?
Yeah.
Had the big music room.
Yeah, it's not.
No,
it's not.
Okay.
I sold that like 7 years ago.
I remember that, Kiki. You had that years ago. What was it, John Hill? What was his name?
John Hill.
Yeah.
And then they sold it again.
Yeah, they killed him in the front.
No, the person that bought it was the girl that owned that house, Liz, that you listed on.
The Spaldings.
Oh, I don't?
Yeah.
No, John.
Yes.
Shaderway.
Wait, can I see
Shatter.
Shatter?
Okay, that's
Shatter
a
or
master
Shader?
down if somebody needs that.
Do you want to see inside, Victoria?
I can't believe
Yeah.
this house hasn't sold in my life.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is
That's the problem, that weird.
well,
That's
and
not
then
the problem.
there are 2 main bedrooms
The bedrooms
to
are
one
the
side of the
problem.
house and then 3 sort of second thought bedrooms that are attached to the garage and that's.
Oh.
A little garage apartment.
Yeah, it's
trailer.
really
like
nice.
a couple.
So it's 2 bedroom.
It's
Well,
really a
it's
two-bedroom.
Two usable bedrooms.
Yeah.
8,000 square feet and it's 2 bedroom? Nice.
That's his home, isn't it?
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't show it.
No, he built
He
it
lives
as,
there.
he built it as, he built it, yeah, as a spec.
Oh, as
But
a
yeah,
spec, okay.
It was gonna be his house, and then he wasn't gonna be his house.
Okay,
But I
okay.
think if it doesn't sell, it might be his house.
He's gonna list Pine Hollow for like
Oh, nice.
3 and then
Players.
move it out.
What address is this?
It's Claire, actually. It's Claire's, and I'll go back, but I can't.
Oh,
2117 Delmont. Lock Lane. Jay's Chilton.
They moved out.
Jay, do you get any, showings?
I had a lot of people at the open house this. So they've moved out now, so I'm starting to start doing this there.
I think it's such a cool house.
The floors look better.
Yeah,
Or
it's
just
vacant now.
She had it done. What did she buy it for?
That price,
Oh.
3 years ago. And Ron just, well, it's probably the next thing, his are next door for 4 million.
Jay, the last time we just talked about it, there
Yes.
was discussion about virtually staging this room. Did you look into that, or did you? I thought I sent you that one stager.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh,
Make
y'all think about it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
talked about making it like a kids room or nursery.
Because color floors look.
They do.
Totally
look
not.
good pictures.
They're not that color.
Well,
Maybe reshoot
maybe
it.
retake the pictures because it looks like an 80s color.
They can usually just be colored.
Yeah, and actually the exterior shots are recolored because it looked like the yellow was so dark.
Really?
That's what bothers me about it.
That's pretty. Bella.
Is this guy? Who's that side? Who's the building?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That one.
Look what they paid for that and where they're selling it.
A lot of relists.
Was the 4.2 what they?
No, they paid like four maybe for it. Is that right?
4.45, yeah.
Yeah.
4,450,000.
So
But that was what, 2014?
Wow. But they don't have an entrance hall.
Oh, that's the one that just opens and,
To the
yeah, that's
living room.
right.
Yeah.
Wait, let's see.
Yeah.
Chevy Chase.
What's, and this clear look, who's this?
Yes.
What's up with this house?
It's way overpriced.
It's overpriced.
The Bailey's.
Like, what is it? It is.
It's a fantastic location.
What about the house?
What's the lot value?
Should we fix that?
I think so, but you can't really.
The lot's kind of
Big
odd
or
shape.
not a very big.
Martha, what's the lot like? Feel like they're gonna have much of that.
I don't know, but I wouldn't say. I mean, the
Oh,
one
it is
next-
an odd
what did they pay
shape.
for that lot next door to this?
See what you mean? Yeah, it's kind of a different.
It's a fantastic location.
What about that word? You sold that one in Wood, how much was it?
It was 325 through
It's
7.
the
Yeah,
Olympics.
and I sold, Delmonte, that one.
These are all ones that we've seen
Yeah.
before.
That
Why
one,
is there, why are those,
well, the Lippies put it back on the market.
oh wait, that's a beautiful house.
It is pretty.
The only problem is the upstairs.
Still dated.
Extra suite.
Oh, yeah, no, it's the
The
closet. Kitchen's tiny too. Yeah, they do.
But the kitchen is open,
Yeah, it's
so I don't
open to
think
this,
it's, yeah.
morning room.
No, it's
type.
more
I love
that
that house,
master.
it's just the upstairs.
But this
It's
is
like, oh,
pretty.
here's carpet and put some upbeat furniture.
The rooms are incredible sizes.
They just built those really big outdoor spaces.
How much is that right now?
The same as.
4.1.
And remember when they built it, they thought there was a huge closet. Now it's real.
And then read this one back on. Y'all want to see it? Y'all know what this one
Oh,
is.
wait, that was the girl that bought it and she decided it was modern.
Why did she-
Barnhart bought it.
Why did she decide on that?
Because apparently she called her decorator and she wanted to make it modern and the decorator said, no, you can't do that to this house.
Oh my.
After she bought it.
Yeah, and then her
And how
parents didn't
lucky
like it
for
either, and I
all.
was like, was that a reason to turn, and she paid wet for it, she's losing.
Yeah.
It was not far off, but yeah, 4.3.
It's only really like 2 bedrooms.
She never moved in or was there furniture in it?
No, it said 3 bedroom.
Well, it feels like a town.
No, it's not even. And it has this as the yard.
Yeah, that was,
I mean, it feels like a patio home.
What did I do here?
Very expensive.
All right, and then Mike's in wood.
I've shown this a lot. I like it.
Wait, I want to see it inside.
Do you want to see it?
Or have they good at tree?
This is an outline. Love that wide hallway.
Is that one on the corner?
yeah.
It's about 5 and 1 front fence. The one with the bathroom window. When you do go back, will you see if that's open today?
Sure. It's 4.8. No. He doesn't have it advertised.
That's just too much money on Claremont.
This one's open today.
So pretty. So it's good.
Not
work.
Right. I love the library.
Yeah, it's a really pretty house.
That blue.
I think it would be pretty. stuff out of it. It's really neutral and good for the house.
I love the library.
And what is that listed now, 4A?
255, 250.
Yeah, way too much. I love everything about that house. I could just
You
look
know,
right
a
at
lot of people don't
it.
like Claremont.
That's what
You know?
I'm like, whoa, it's pretty, they move pretty fast on it. I don't mean moves, I mean people moving pretty fast on it.
It gets really clunked up.
I want to see this, so the Del Monte.
House.
Yours getting.
The trees outside or something.
Take them high.
This
drop 'em
house is
low.
awful.
Wait, so what's the price on that one we just looked at?
5.2.
The before, but
This
the
one?
one I thought was pretty.
5.2.
And how much should that be?
I think it's a good price. It's a nice house.
I think it needs to be right under 5.
You think?
Yeah, I do. I think prices in River Oaks have really
Oh, yeah, they're soft.
soft, yeah.
Beautiful yard.
Yeah, it looks like a.
Okay, that's,
Did we look at this one the last time?
no,
It's not done.
Okay. This one's fairly new. You want to look at it or y'all good?
it's open today. It's Monday.
Oh, it is, okay. Thank you.
It's a pretty piece of, that's the old Rutherford house. Can we,
You want to see that one?
I want to see if they redid that.
Sure. That tile?
It looks like.
That's a lot
Yeah.
for what we just saw.
Goodness.
How much is your acre now? 6? That's pretty nice. Oh, yeah. Yes. This is it.
Like, go, I'm sorry, go back.
Mhm.
Have y'all been inside Elise's house?
Yes, I have.
The downstairs is awesome, and then you go up the stairs.
Because it's too big.
No, it's just, it's like 3 bedrooms, but it's 4,000 square feet. Look at the size of them.
Wow, that is a big.
It's not renovated, seriously.
Yeah.
And also, there's a 3rd floor, but you can only access it by elevator, and there's no way to get a staircase. So.
How much is that house probably worth?
I think you just take off.
Why don't they tear that down? It's got such bad window.
You know, landscape is terrible, and you gotta like titter.
Oh my
We
gosh.
have this one.
Walter, do you think that, what do you think that they'll take for that? Bank, is it in bankruptcy court?
I heard that, well, yeah, they lost the foreclosure.
Okay.
I heard that they would six for it. I know, I've already taken on that offer, so.
Really? Well, that's their mistake.
So, yeah, well, that's, the lot's probably an acre.
Well,
So,
but still.
yeah,
Mhm.
there's 50 million in it.
What?
Well, sure.
Well,
Really?
I wish that first guy put it
Yeah.
in, but all
Yeah,
the
Paul
others.
Frank put, I mean, he had what?
We have a stripper pole and.
Yeah,
Oh,
no
yeah.
kidding.
He has.
extras.
He had some extras, yes.
The dining room had a light display on how it was the stars.
Yeah, yeah.
Were aligned with what the day he was born.
Oh, my goodness.
Kind of narrows your market.
Did he take that to prison?
Did he take to prison? Stick-ons in his cell.
In his office.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm sitting in his office in bad mojo. Get out of there.
Took on these photos, because this is now, I think, a good value. It does, we know it needs to be redecorated. But what they did, if you look at these pictures, they took down the big heavy drapes.
Right.
And we retook them. We shot like that room.
Yeah, this looks much
That's
better.
a-
I like that.
That's a beautiful room.
It is.
It's more of a family house, it's
This looks good too.
no stripper pole, no lights on the ceiling, anything like that. What? 10,950,000.
Those two quarters.
I love the
rooms are
master that
totally
has that
separate,
sink.
right?
The what?
The quarters are
The
totally
shampoo
separate.
sink.
I love that shampoo sink.
Yeah,
I want one of those.
I want our closet and the
Big,
shampoo.
good, yeah, huge closet. So it's like more like, it's like a department store. It just, it obviously needs redecorating. It's just a nice traditional layout.
Right. I also think he is now ready to
She
negotiate.
is ready, so.
Correct.
So how long?
He really negotiated on his Benwater house, so if y'all will bring him an offer. he'll negotiate.
Well, we just dropped the price. It was 15. Mhm.
We needed to start, I remember talking about that, I think the fall, so maybe look at it.
I've seen that one.
Yeah. What is the price of that one, like under 10?
12.
The gray one? No, what should it be? That's a really cool house, the gray one, but it's just.
These people have had several offers.
Lazy.
Now, Walter, what do you think?
You've had several offers on that?
No.
No, she's
not
lazy.
The previous one.
No, it's got like 3 acres, it's gated,
It's a family house now.
It's a family
The kitchen is a family kitchen. So,
and actually we've had several showings. And, it's
I
gonna
love
take
that
some
camera.
relocating the executive, I think, smart.
Is it still
It's interesting, these expensive houses are getting a lot of showing for a lot of people.
Of the what? Kitchen?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Just wanted to make
top.
sure you
Yeah,
put
that's-
this here because a lot of people remember it.
because they remember the commercial and look, it's a
Yeah,
family
it was
kitchen
more like a
now.
commercial kitchen.
Yeah.
A lot of rooms.
Don't know this one.
Oh, I love that house.
All right, so now we're into pendings.
What's gonna happen with that? Who sold that?
Can I, when you get a chance, I'm sorry, I check out my breakfast and I got caught.
Vernon Young.
Like opinions on the one that I think it's an elder, Del Monte.
You think it's a builder that bought it?
I thought Vernon Young was a builder.
Yeah, he's a
investor.
member.
Robin. Kelly wanted to go back and.
There's a 13,000
one that she just
dollar
listed.
Okay.
At some point, to get some comments.
George Sutherland? Yeah, George Sutherland. That cute girl.
Look at the inside of that one.
Oh, it's so cute. I love this little George Sutherland. It's such a job. Oh.
Do you have anybody?
Yes.
I don't know yet, I'm trying to figure it out, like.
Older, new, bigger, smaller.
It's, how big is this one?
That's 30.
It's not giant.
It's sick.
So cute the way she has
It's
it.
probably comparable, but it's probably bigger.
Is it all in the park?
That's on.
4,000.
Oh, 4,000. 4,000.
So these are our
And who bought this?
stalking horses.
What's his name? Smith Family Homes, Baldwin Smith.
Oh,
Out of bankruptcy court.
And they also own the lot next door.
On the lot next door, so it's gonna be a huge piece of property.
They own the lot next door and they're gonna keep it as a yard.
Yes.
Yes, so it's going to have a
Yeah.
huge yard, Luskin is, because they're gonna open up between the two lots.
As
When
it
is this
is, it
gonna
Well,
has
everybody say
zero.
a prayer. This is
Yeah.
the biggest nightmare of my career. No,
This truly has,
it is.
I'm telling you.
My house, well, it was pending with another buyer, and then that buyer didn't close. The seller closed, and the buyer was in default, and that prior buyer put a cloud on the title.
Why?
He just, well, because he's evil.
Just meanness.
I mean, I'm not exaggerating.
Can you put a cloud on it
Well,
without?
let me finish. You know, he just had an affidavit filed. The affidavit said, "Let the world be known that I have a right, I have an option to purchase this house." And so put a cloud on the title, and we put it back on the market, and it is pending with this buyer, but they can't close on it until we get that removed. There's a court date tomorrow.
I have one like that right now too. I'll have to take that.
But I mean, just let, well, I'm not, I mean, I've had to write an affidavit of everything. I mean, it's just, the previous buyer is, I mean,
Is
can't say enough
evil.
bad things about him.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's all
they're-
right, it'll come back around to him.
Well,
Who was the other agent?
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna believe it.
Well,
The first other agent.
well, it was,
No.
he had contacted me directly, and his head representative,
Carbon.
I'm sorry, it wasn't me.